Hello, hello. Welcome in, everyone. I see we got Ninja in here. Hope you're having a good day so far, despite being awake earlier than you anticipated. But hey, maybe that music box cover will be a good way to fall back asleep later or something. I don't know. I mean, I also feel like music box just works really well considering the theming of the game is dreams. It's very dream-centric, dream-focused. So it totally makes sense for it to have something more music box related. Like, it sounds good in music box form. I am looking forward to the other track that I want to do a music box version of. I think it'll be interesting. But that will be for another time. I will be taking care of that on my own. We are here to see some slimes and do some ranching. Oh yeah, the drone archive key, right. That was our next thing we were working on. Okay. So just briefly remind myself of what I was working on here. I want to get that drone archive key. And then after that, I want to get money for drone stations. And then after that, we start distributing those drone stations because I want to start getting some world resources again. I need buzzwax and some other stuff from the Ember Valley as well. So I do want to get some more of those drones going. So let me see, where are we at on the ranch right now? I don't remember what state I left it in. I know we needed a ton of pink plorts for... I think we were doing these refinery links. Because I think, do we have all of our market links? Do we have all the market links we wanted? I think we might need a couple more of them. I can't remember. I'll look at that as we go around and check on the ranch. So let's see, we need the pink plorts in the refinery. It has been snowing outside a little bit recently. Past couple days we've had a little bit of snow, but thankfully nothing that's been sticking around too much. We just got a light dusting of it this morning. And it is cold enough for it to stick around right now, but hopefully nothing too slippery out there. Grab these. And then we need these hunter plorts. That should actually get us enough for the drone archive key, right? Oh yeah, for sure. We'll just put all of them in here. We'll go sell the rest of this stuff off here. We'll go get this thing built. Oh yeah, we need to do the... We're gonna have to go to all the drones again, huh? Because they've got archived logs in addition to their regular logs. We'll get this built. Cool, cool. I would like to get this power core. Yeah, we need primordial oil. Thankfully, I do know a good spot to get a decent amount of that in the Ember Valley. We just have to go there. let me just make sure the ranch is going to be in good shape while we're gone. Because I do not remember where everything is at resource-wise. Just need to refamiliarize myself with everything real quick. I'll grab this myriad fruit here. Get these eggs taken care of in short order. I hope everybody's January has been going all right so far. We're about halfway through the month. Things have started kicking back into action at work for me, so thankfully the first week back isn't usually too much. There isn't usually like too much going on. So it's pretty reasonable. Overall, it's just kind of been business as usual. Let's get all of these sold off here. Yeah, I don't think I need to worry about recycling fruits anymore. We have more than enough fruit to work with for our purposes. So we'll just do a quick upkeep run here. You gonna drop a new one? Yep, you're gonna drop a new one. Grab those. Yeah, I think we're plenty good here because there's trees even dropping some more stuff now. Let's grab these. So I figure while we're out and about checking out the archived drone logs, so we'll just go around and check those out before diving back into Grey Labyrinth territory. We can grab some primordial oil while we're out. Shouldn't be too much of a problem at all. And we're doing pretty good on money at this point, so main thing I'm looking for is money for drones, so we can build some more of those research drones. Or what research drones? Rancher drones, maybe? Possibly some more explorer drones too. See, now we're at a point where we could actually start using some more of those rancher drones as well. Also, hello, Bless. Welcome on in. Destroy the puddles. I'll destroy them. I'll Roomba stomp them for you. These puddles won't take your lunch money anymore. Okay, so here's the thing about drones versus chickens taking over the world. At least the drones are cooperative. At least the drones are cooperative. We can coexist with the drones. The chickens, they will just overtake anything and everything if left unchecked. So I would argue that chickens are the more dangerous alternative here. Oh. Phone call. Gotta go check it. Who's calling? Oh, short palm. Where to put a palm tree? That is an excellent question. Maybe tide pools? Maybe tide pools, perhaps? What if we just... Oh, it's a short palm tree too, interesting. Hold on. What if I just put it right here? Just a funny little palm tree right there. Just for the heck of it. Give this guy some more fruits here. Oh yeah, there's drones on the ranch too. I should probably check those. It just occurred to me. We should probably do that. Hold on. Let's go check on our buddies over here. Another new message. Hello? I was just on the phone. What do you mean there's another new message? Man, these guys are just going to be a holdover until we get the new slime type that I've never seen before in the Grey Labyrinth. We need a market link for this expansion, so we need one more market link. Do I have this written down somewhere? I don't. So once I get this upkeep round done, then we'll check the drone entries. Check out the archived entries and see what sort of mysteries untold can be found within. I'm gonna put boom slimes here. Let me build a corral for them. The high walls, the music box, the air net for sure. Alright. It is all fitted and kitted. We need these baddie plorts for power core upgrades. We need a market link here too, so we need 2 of them. Then do we need a third one out here? We can move the twin slimes out here. There, they can at least be contained. We do. Okay, so we need 3 more market links. I just want to make sure I'm keeping track of that. Okay, this one's already fully upgraded, right? Yes, okay. Seems good. Is there a drone entry out here? I feel like there might be. I don't remember where it would be though. I didn't unlock this area until pretty late into the early access playthrough, so I have no real idea as to where this particular area's drone would be. I think every expansion has one somewhere. So let me just take a brief look around here. See if there's anything. Ooh, another spring pad here. Do I want to take that with me? I mean, there might be somewhere I could use it. I don't know that I'm really gonna be going down here. No real reason for me to be down here, so I can just take this with me and use it somewhere else that's more beneficial to me. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing a drone around here. Maybe... Whoa. Hello? Hello? Geometry collision? What is going on there? What is happening here? There's a little bit of a funky something happening there. I don't know what though. Oh, fun little way back down to the waterfall. It's nice. Maybe up here somewhere. Can I even reach up there? Maybe. Okay, let me try something here. I want to try this jetpack tech out. Yeah, you can get a pretty good amount of distance if you just spam the jetpack instead of holding the jetpack. Interesting. That is good to know. So we might not be able to get very much height out of it, but we can certainly extend our distance. So that may be pretty useful for making the most out of what energy we do have. Until we're able to get more energy capacity upgrades. Is there not a drone out here? I kinda thought there might be. Seeing as pretty much every other area has a drone. But if there is one, I don't know where it would be. So where I'm going is pretty far off the beaten path here. At this point, I'm just kind of climbing for the sake of it. I want to get on top of the tree here. Yeah, I don't see a drone around here. Now, I'm not going to worry too much about it. There's plenty of other drones for us to revisit that we do know the location of. So I might as well just focus on those. Like this guy right up here. Let me get rid of these excess fruits here. Didn't realize this one was not filled up. My bad. There you go. Okay. Okay, let's try this out. I'm gonna just add something to my to-do list real quick. Just adding the boom slime is one I want to bring back. Okay, let's check out our first archive log. Oh good, I was looking for a place to store all my giant mushrooms anyway. I bet Dad would have laughed at that one. Very cool. First archive, what untold mysteries lie within? The most ancient joke in the book. Very valuable knowledge. And let's sell these plorts. Get some more money again. Alright, there is a drone up here. Right above the entrance to this expansion. I got the idea for this conservatory from a history book I had as a kid. I thought it was so lovely, the way that you could be inside. You could be inside it, but feel like you were in the world outside at the same time. I wish I had something like this back home. Maybe then I wouldn't always have had to run off to look for plants or mushrooms. Maybe I would have been closer to them. Whoa, hello? Hello? Universe? Oh, I think I found a dark spot. Getting a little dim over here. There's something a little suspicious about this hillside. Whoa, I sense potent angst energy in this forest. Let's just check another one of these drones here. Oh boy. I forgot my fork. Looks like it's hand noodles again. Not hand noodles. No. Oh, look, more eggs. Is it egg time already? Oh boy. Check out my newest album, Crackin' Eggs. It's just the Pacific Northwest in that one spot. True. True. No, it's just something that never truly leaves you. The breaking of the eggs horrifies me. What's the big deal? It's fine. It's what we're supposed to do. It's totally how normal real life eggs work. That's definitely, absolutely how chickens work. 100%. I once dropped a basket of like 24 eggs on the kitchen floor. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah, I can see how that would be a problem. Oh no. Yeah, that brings a bit of a different perspective to the situation. Yeah, I don't eat eggs very frequently, so I have not had many opportunities for something like that to happen. And I also don't raise chickens, so that too. Yeah, I could imagine that would not be great. Still got 4 of you guys in here? Yes, okay. Just checking to make sure it's all good in here. Let's sell these off. I don't need these, so we can just get rid of them. Let's go up to this drone. And then once we've checked out all the drones that are on the ranch that I know the location of at least, then we can start going out to the far fields and start checking out all the drones that are out there, because there's a lot of drones when you really think about it. It never really feels like there's a ton of drones, probably because I don't end up paying too much attention to them after checking them out the first time. But once you've gone through the whole game, and then the game drops the bombshell of, hey, I hope you remembered where the drones are because there's more, then it really feels like, whoa, there's a lot of drones in this game, huh? Just all over the place. But let's see what this one's got. These tide pools remind me of when I would go to the beach with Mom and Dad. I never wanted to swim, I was too scared to do it. Instead, I would wade in a tide pool and read this old book my mom had about a legendary explorer. They were a slime rancher who trekked across the entire far, far range, making discoveries that would go on to make history. I used to dream about being someone like that. Being fearless and just diving into new adventures. I guess this is my chance. Now that is interesting because I feel like that could... I feel like the way it's phrased, it's very likely that people will be like, oh wow, that's us, that's Beatrix, we're the legendary explorer. But at the same time, I feel like that could also just, that could straight up just be Hobson from the first game, the person who left behind all those notes across the far, far range before we even started our journey as a slime rancher. So I feel like it's kind of interesting. It could be either one. Of course, given the way that things are playing out in this story right now, it seems like Gigi kind of focused on us as somebody that could handle the situation going on with the Prismacore and the Grey Labyrinth and all of that. But it is interesting that it could be either one. 'Cause it's a book that Gigi's mother had, and considering how Gigi is... We don't know how long Gigi has been doing stuff around here, because I think the implication seems to be that she is sort of outside of the standard bounds of space and time to a certain extent. So who knows how old that that history book would have been. Because if it's a more recently authored history book, then yeah, sure, maybe it could be Beatrix. But it could just as easily, if not more likely, be about Hobson. Now, speaking of history is a funny thing. When you're young, you're told how important it is, how it's the greatest teacher. But then you see the people out there with power, the ones making history, and they ignore the past. I suppose I'm no different. In a way, I'm out here trying to escape my family's history. I'm sorry, Mom and Dad. I'm sorry, Grandma. But I really want this. You know, these archived logs are pretty interesting. It's kind of like the regular drone entries feel like somebody's diary that they would leave sitting out on a desk. And it's just like, oh yeah, this person's diary is pretty normal looking. Contents all seem about what I would expect. And the archived entries are the diary that's hidden inside of like a false bottomed drawer. And it has a key and lock that keeps it from being opened by anybody who doesn't have the key. This basically is like a high-tech version of that. That's what it kind of reminds me of, is just like the more personal stuff is kind of tucked away in the place that people don't know about, and only people who are in the know would be able to actually access it in the first place, let alone be privy to its contents. I do think that's a pretty interesting... This is a pretty interesting analog of that sort of experience. Thank you for the flag, Victor. Very cool. I think we've checked all the drones that I know about on the ranch. So while this place kind of does its business and takes care of things, let's go take care of some field business. See, I know one of the drones is in the main field area. And that's over here. My gosh, this grass. Just look at the colors change as I speak. We just arrived at this island and I'm already finding one of the most unique botanical discoveries in recent memory. It's all too good to be true. Reading that entry, knowing the severity of what's going on here. Ooh, yeah, that definitely hits very different. Oh boy. I just found my first slime fossil on the island. It looks like such a happy little thing. You know, we still have no idea how these are formed. We can travel across the stars in the blink of an eye, but we don't know how this goofy face ends up in a rock. I think that's quite reassuring, really. I'm glad this world still has its mysteries to share. Oh, past Gigi. If only you knew. If only you knew just how much mystery was awaiting you here. Oh boy. Oh yeah, I forgot I have these things set up, right? I forgot about that whole relay setup I had going. Alright, Starlight Strand first. Since that's kind of the first, or the closest connected area here. If we happen to pick up some buzzwax along the way, that would be pretty neat as well. I certainly would not be opposed to that. We do also need to grab a flutter slime while I'm here. I do remember that is on my to-do list. What a fascinating place. I've never seen flora split in two different chromatic variations like this before. On one side, beautiful shimmering oranges and golds. On the other side, deep verdant greens. It's extraordinary. It is kind of interesting though, not all of the entries seem like super personal things. Do want to check, can I get up here? See, this is where I'd used one of the techniques. Largo jumping is apparently a thing that's done in the speedrun. Because you can like pick up a Largo, just pick them up, and then use them as sort of a mid-air stepping stone. I did start watching the current world record run for the glitchless any percent category. I only watched like the first 5 minutes of it. Just because like I want to actually look through the whole thing sometime and see if the run is something I want to do. But within the first 5 minutes they were already doing the Largo jumps, and it seems like a pretty specific route they were following. I'm sure they love being used like that. Just wiggly little guys, or well, not so little, but you know, slime stacks are a thing, so they just like moving around. They don't really care. I mean, there's been plenty of times they've jumped off of me, so I think turnabout is fair play. Oh, this one. I'm curious. The giant mushrooms on this island are responsible for maybe the greatest mycological discovery of my life. Sorry, but it's a secret. I wonder if she put the secret in here. Do you think? I am a genius. I've made so many great discoveries on this island, but this latest one changes everything. I found a giant mushroom cap here about the size of a pizza. You made mushroom pizza. I found a giant mushroom cap here about the size of a pizza, turned it upside down, added sauce, cheese, peppers, and some other mushrooms, baked it, and voila. I'm going to call it Mega Mushroom Pizza, and I'm going to eat it every day. The scientific world will never be the same. This discovery truly is groundbreaking. Golly, almost makes me wish I actually enjoyed eating mushrooms. But unfortunately, that is just not something that my palate is really into. My fiance, on the other hand, she absolutely would. She would enjoy a mushroom pizza. Where else are there drones around here? I think there's one. There's one over this direction, right? Somewhere around here. Let me drop these off here. Getting those cotton plorts, I'm just gonna toss them in here. No? No? We're full on cotton quartz? I mean, yeah, 99. Oh, right. It's got a plus because the drones were the last one to fill it. Forgot about that. No, sure, whatever. Go crazy with it. Oh, this will be very comforting music. Did we not check this drone before? I don't. Well, it was waving at me, so I don't think we actually read this one. Yeah, this doesn't look familiar, so I guess we get a double whammy here. Ever since I came back, things have been a little fuzzy, like some of my memories stayed behind. Wait, hold on. That feels like a big deal to just have in a normal log. I mean, maybe it's because we have a little bit of benefit of hindsight here. We have a little bit more of the deeper knowledge, so the context around that statement is a little different now. But this isn't even the archived entry, this is the normal entry. Whoa. Like, some of my memories stayed behind. Interesting. So I come here now to clear my head. I just let the sound of the falling water drown everything out. And then in that white noise, I can sometimes think clearly again. But then all I see is it happening again. So I take a few breaths, steady myself, and get back to work. I love this spot because it lets you take in so much of the island. The sounds of slimes hopping about, the scary music of a tar outbreak happening in the background, the birds chirping, the wind as it moves through the trees, the ominous gurgling noises, and the waves of the sea all come together like a song. There is music in nature if we only just sit and listen. And I have a whole lifetime on this island to do just that. Interesting, interesting. What did she mean by that? What did she mean by that? What did she mean by this? The music terrifies my soul. Yeah, it's kind of on a... It's to a lesser degree reminds me of like the Guardian music from Breath of the Wild. Those introductory notes are always going to just be forever etched into the minds of anybody who's played that game for an extended period of time. Because Guardians are nothing to mess with. It's just something so, dare I say iconic? Is iconic the right term? I mean, at this point, it's definitely... It's iconic in retrospect, for sure. Just because of what it's associated with. We got this little snoozing snoozer over here. I'm feeling good today. I think I'm finally getting a handle on things here, and I'm at my favorite spot, ready to watch the sunset with a bunch of yummy cookies I baked all by myself. And you know what? I've earned them because I've been working so hard. And wait a sec, what is up with this statue that... You have got to be kidding me. I think I understand now. I also think this is where I got robbed by a ringtail slime. Okay, I think I understand now. I don't remember if I had pieced this together in the early access playthrough, but I understand now. Need that flutter slime. What's going on here? There's like a whole fun party going on here. What was that about? No, you get out of here. You're not the fun party. Is that just something the flutter slimes have? Is fun little particle effects? Is that new, or did I just never notice? Because wow, that feels different. I don't remember them doing that. But it is a very pretty effect. I do like the look of it, I just don't know if that's new or what. I think there's at least one more, there's gotta be at least one more drone over at the entrance to the Grey Labyrinth for sure. There's one more. Buzzwax, thank you. I need these for something. I don't remember exactly what off the top of my head. But yeah, I don't remember if I had pieced it together during the early access playthrough. Considering that Gigi has been saying that she's coming back again. The archived drone entries, those I think, assuming the theory is correct, but the theory I have is that that would be, the archived entries are her first time being here, and the regular entries that we don't need the archive key to access are all of the entries from her, I assume, second or greater time exploring this place, doing whatever it is she's needing to do with the Prismacore and Rainbow Island just in general. Very interesting. So if that's the case, that does still leave the question, oh wow, how you guys doing? Y'all good? Y'all good down here? Look at them, they're trying to jump on me. They're trying to jump on me. They're trying to jump me, dude. They're going crazy out here. Yeah, the breach is so much smaller now, it fills me with hope. I remember when I first found it, I just walked right into the labyrinth and began exploring its endless gray halls. Whatever I do, I need to shut the door tight behind me. Yep, absolutely, because this is the entry she made when she first found the Grey Labyrinth entrance for the first time. I thought I wasn't going to find a way into this place, but there's a huge hole in the wall on this end, big enough for an elephant to pass through. I think it's time I finally did some exploring inside this structure. This feels just like when I was a kid and I'd sneak into the woods. It'll be just me and my discoveries. I feel very good and excited. It might be a little on the nose there. Just like tragic foreshadowing kind of moments. Like, I feel good about what's about to happen to me. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah, I think the way that's written pretty well confirms, or heavily strengthens at least, the idea that the archived entries are the actual first time that she arrived to these different locations. Just left a little journal entry for us. Okay, I got that. I got that hive. Let's head back to home. So now that we've done a little bit of connecting area stuff, we can probably just go directly to the next areas via the teleporters. All right, Flutter Slime, where did I want you to be? Let me take a look at my ranching plan here. What did I have here? You were gonna be there, okay. Right, okay. Let me grab a honey port real quick. Have I played Stardew? I have played Stardew a decent amount, but only multiplayer with my fiance. I think the main thing for me is that there is a time-based system to that game with the different seasons and all that, and having to keep track of all that sort of stuff. I think that's the main reason I haven't really stuck with it for a super long time. Because even though I know you can take as many years, as many seasons as you want to, that's just the kind of thing that's not quite in my particular wheelhouse of preference. But it is a good game. I do enjoy playing it those times that the Stardew phase comes through. Also, hello to welcome on in. Don't worry, I've gotten a lot better about not feeling compelled to play games that I know I'm not going to specifically enjoy, but I absolutely and totally understand and respect why other people enjoy those games as much as they do. Stardew is a good game. It's just not quite my type of game, I think is what it boils down to. Give you a little bit of refueling there. Yes, now we can actually work with you. We need to give you an auto feeder. Make sure it's on the correct feeding cycle. I know multiple people have scheduled their real lives around such games with spreadsheets and calendars. Yes, Stardew Valley is definitely one of those wiki games where it's like, yes, I have the wiki open because I need to know where all of these different things are to execute this specific plan. Which, to be fair, I have also played some wiki games in my time, for sure. I think the one that comes to mind the most immediately is something like Warframe. Just because trying to find where all of the different farmable resources are located in the different missions. There's a lot. Warframe is a very grind heavy game. Put that in there? Yes. Okay. So now we have this guy. Auto feeding will happen here. Hopefully all will go well with that little section of stuff. And now I have Flutter Slimes taken care of, so I can take that off of here. I need a couple more slime types though. I can take the drone archive key off the to-do list. Who needs the wiki when you could just spend hours in the mines? I mean, it's It's definitely not required by any means. It's not mandatory to have all of the knowledge at your fingertips for sure. I just know it's one of the games that people tend to do that a lot. Jane, I have plenty of spreadsheets and notebooks that have been dedicated to our standee farms. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, once you figure out... I mean, with this game, that's like what I've been doing with this game. I have a whole ranch plan set out. I have like the ranching idea written out in a notepad here. So like I definitely... I have the same thing going on. The main difference, I think, here is that the days don't really matter in the same way, because it's just pretty much a constant, regular thing that's going on. So I'm not having to be like, oh, well, it's a new season, so I have to switch out which slimes I'm ranching, because this slime's not going to be able to do anything. Like, I can't do anything with this slime during this season. There's that sort of thing. Let's see, we're not going to the Grey Labyrinth yet, so let's just get that in there. Toss all of these honey plorts in here. Sell the rest of them. I'm trying to divert a little bit of the plorts I haven't been putting a ton of into the refinery. I'm trying to get some amount of them in there for whatever future upgrades I might need them for. It's because of what you do with those resources, but if you want to be our miner, all the better. I'll bake you all the bread. Yeah, I think it is kind of like my thing whenever it comes to like those sort of resource management multiplayer games. I always put myself in as the fisher. I'm all about the fishing experience, because it's like, hey, you know what? That's something that I can do pretty much anywhere, and it's not super specific. So fishing usually works out pretty well as sort of the niche that I can fall into. With Stardew, I did do a little bit of caving during my time on a more recent Stardew phase. But yeah, I usually take care of watering crops and then go fishing. And that's typically what I kind of gravitate toward. Game I'm currently playing has an easy fishing mechanic, but you can turn to a cat to make it even easier. Nice. Wildflower. I don't think I've heard of that. I might have to take a look. I might have to take a little peek at that and see what that's all about. I mean, all you had to say was, you can turn into a cat, and I kinda already, that already is like, I do kinda need to at least look at it and see what's going on. For no reason in particular. Certainly there is no other reason that I would need to take a look at it. I'm obsessed with it. They recently announced a prequel. Oh boy. Yeah, prequels are definitely interesting. So I'm trying to think what I want to do after this maintenance round. I think we do Ember Valley next. 2 of you in there. 4 of you, and then you guys, and then we send the rest to the Gulag. Get y'all in there. Here we go. Boy, I miss Slime Rancher 1 being able to have more than 1 drone per expansion. That definitely feels like a hefty limitation. It's just like, I just want to be able to have things managed on their own, and I don't want to have to always, I want to have the choice. I just want to have the option to say like, okay, I can just let the ranch do its own thing in the background right now, and I'll go explore, and I literally don't have to worry about it at all, ever. It's amazing how much just having 1 more drone per expansion made that huge difference in the first game. I do appreciate that they've consolidated the functionality of the drones and the resource gatherers, though, from the first game. That's pretty nice. I'll say the trade-off of not being able to have more than 1 drone per expansion, but in exchange, we get way more utility out of the drones, being able to use them out in the field. Definitely not the worst trade-off, I would say. Sure, the ranch itself might not be quite as fully automatable in the same way, or at least using the same methods that I used in the first game. But I do appreciate what they've been able to do with the drones in the rest of the game outside of the ranching aspect. So, if nothing else, it's been interesting to see them kind of switch things up in that way. And I'm sure with some of the gadgets that are in this game, I could probably find a way to work around a different sort of Rube Goldberg style automation system. I could try and figure something out in that regard. I haven't messed around with the gadgets very much though. So at this point, it's just keeping up with what we've got generating by hand. It's not too bad though. And if things really were like way out of hand, if we were generating too much stuff, we could always just pare back down, have fewer slimes on the ranch, just make the ranch less resource intensive. And then just reacquire the slimes later. That is also something that I have done before. I did that toward the end of early access when the Grey Labyrinth came out. So it was like, this new area is so self-contained that I probably don't want to be having to pop back and forth to the ranch all the time. while also trying to explore this massive endgame location. So I did wind up paring down how many slimes I had on the ranch. Haven't been playing a lot of games lately, even Wednesday nights have been quiet. Yeah, I do miss the Wednesday nights. Kind of unfortunate that the schedule I work really just makes that such an impossibility for me to do anything on the Wednesday nights. So it's like, oh, we usually start at 7:30. Problem being, that's basically around the halfway mark of my shift. So it's like I am in the middle of my work shift when that's happening. So it's like, yeah, can't really do much about that, huh? Like, my schedule just does not work for it anymore. And I do miss it. Work exhausts us, yeah, that too. Just the wear and tear of daily life also factoring into that. Yeah, at least we can, you know, connect in places like this and still keep in touch with each other, even if we're not able to set up things that we can do together. Just get rid of these extra fruits here. Actually, we need these for the flutter slimes area. Put some more honey plorts in here. Oh, new message at the comp station. I'll have to check that out in a moment. I want to go drop these fruits off. Over here specifically, just to really try and bolster the supply. It'd be nice if we could all figure out some workable times. For sure, I think, well, easily Sundays are my most open day because I don't have anything scheduled on that particular day of the week. Anything outside of the weekdays, because I already mentioned weekdays are kind of tough in the evenings. Saturdays are also workable. It would probably be toward the later part of the evening though, like after dinner time, so probably, I guess for simplicity's sake, the same sort of 7:30 or later kind of thing I could make that work. But yeah, Sundays are the clearest, simplest, I am available kind of days for me specifically. Oh, hey Mochi, how's it going? Hey B, didn't you say something a while back about wanting more stuff? Wait, I think that was me. Well, whatever. Enjoy more stuff. Thanks. Very cool. Oh, I love her dialogue so much. Oh, Mochi has such fun dialogue. I love it. Very fun, very fun. You know, the voice I've kind of started giving her reminds me of like the Susie voice a little bit, sort of like the Susie / Undyne sort of vocal timbre. I'm not putting a whole ton of it in there, But that's what it reminds me of, and it's just like, man, I want to play Deltarune again. Susie's just such a good character. I just want to hear all of her dialogue again, because she has a wonderful and amazing character arc. Oh, did friend be Bobo? No have for Uyu? Chickens. Ha ha ha. No. Oh. Oh, that no was actually kind of scary coming from Bob. Bob, what happened, buddy? Bob? Hello? Why do you say no like that? He's scaring me. I'm getting out of here. Oh. I'm gonna go to the Ember Valley. Get me out of here. I think Jay and I might be able to swing a Sunday evening. We can make it work. I could definitely be available if we figure out a time. I mean, we can workshop a specific time, but Sunday is definitely my most flexible by far. Anything that we would be doing during a weekday, I don't think that would really be viable considering our schedules are... My schedule in particular is pretty mismatched to anything y'all might have going on. Because I'm very much like, I don't get out of work until like 10:30 p.m. So it's like, yeah, not much I can really do with other people at that point. So it's like, yeah, weekends are probably the only reasonable time I can really coordinate with you guys in a meaningful capacity. I'm flexible most of the week except for school drop-off or pickup. Quote unquote, I work when I want. Yeah, it's definitely nice to be able to have that degree of flexibility. I definitely don't have that. Not right now. Yeah. Saturdays, I can make work in the evenings since I still... Obviously, I have my streams that I do and then dinner immediately afterward. I can make after dinner work for Saturdays, and then Sundays are open. As of right now, I don't have anything that happens on a Sunday specifically. Nothing planned or anything like that. Okay, let's see. This entry was her talking about the geysers being fun. This archived log was written by Mario Jumpman Mario. Yahoo! Hey, look, oil. I need that. That's the thing that I need. Hey, look, more oil. That's the thing that I need. Awesome. Oh boy, okay, do I have a refinery link down here? I think this is one of the spots I set one up in the past. Because between the oil and the radiant ore, I was definitely very keen on having a refinery link around here. I think I had it set up here. Basically just right, well, here. Need y'all to excuse me for a moment. Excuse me for a moment. Set that up right there. I'm not sticking around though, because this place is getting a little dicey. Oh boy. There was a drone over by the linking teleporter over here, right? I joke, but it's true. Self-employment has a lot of freedoms. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I gotcha. I gotta run along, but drop the suggestion in the Discord. Oh, alright, I'll take a look at that. Hopefully we can figure something out, because I do miss being able to do some multiplayer shenanigans with you guys. It's just like, it's been quite a long time since I've been able to really do much of anything with y'all in that regard. And I do miss it. So hopefully we can figure something out. Yeah, since you're heading out, I hope you have a good rest of the day, too. Good seeing you. Glad you were able to pop in for a little while. I think I've mostly tried to not think about leaving home. This island has so much to distract me, so much of it that's mine to study. But then I look out to the sea and see the sunrise, and I know that they're seeing the sunrise like that too. And all of the sudden, they're here with me. I hope they're okay, and I hope that someday they'll say they're proud of me. Now, I don't know, this is something I saw happening a lot in my time playing Cyberpunk 2077. The way that the different logs are written, there are definitely some intentional typos, because it's people with a basic grasp of grammar and spelling writing some of the different data log entries, so it makes sense that they would be spelling things wrong and just using the wrong forms of words and things like that. I don't know if that's the case here. Something like this where it's a character specifically writing a journal or diary entry, that feels like the kind of thing that I'm not entirely sure if this is a character decision or if it is a typo oversight of the grammatical variety. So let me just write down, I'm just gonna title this one All of a Sudden, just in case, because there have been a couple of straight up actual typos where it's just, you know, a missing letter or apostrophe, as the case may be. So I'll take a screenshot of it just in case. And we'll submit, I'll keep that in mind along with the darkness. I'll have to remember that the darkness of that hill is just kind of there. Doing the good work. I am putting the time that I did spend as a game tester, I'm putting that skill set to work, because I did somewhat recently. I actually managed to catch one of Chroma Glitch's streams. They were streaming a demo for a game called Koromi. You play as this masked koala bear. I think they're called the Unnamed One, if I remember correctly. But the general gist of the gameplay is that it's a 3D platformer, and it's got a swinging grapple mechanic. And I recently played that demo myself. And since they don't have a public demo out, I went through to their Discord and asked about it, just letting them know I came from that stream. And so I actually got to provide some very game tester type notes. Just because it's like, I'm curious about this game. I want to see how these grapple mechanics are, because I do like me some good grapple mechanics. And overall, I think the tutorials and stuff they had, I'm not going to go too in depth with explaining all the different stuff as I played it, because they are planning to eventually come out with a public demo, it sounds like. But the tutorials and stuff that they do have in there, I feel like they did a pretty good job of explaining how to use the grapple mechanics to sort of affect where you want to end up. Like the difference of releasing your swing with more, like toward the end of your swing to get more height, versus releasing closer to the middle of the swing to get more distance. Stuff like that. I feel like they did a pretty good job with the written explanations. And it seemed like the level design, once the tutorial messages are kind of, once you're kind of past that particular section of the level, there's one more area that's a little bit larger and more open, and it has some incredibly satisfying grapple chains where you're just swinging between multiple grapple points in a row, and it definitely feels like they put a lot of time and effort into testing and retesting and just making all of those little adjustments so that swinging from point to point felt pretty much perfectly spaced and was very in line with what had been taught up to that point. So ultimately, good demo, but was also very fun to have it be like, wow, I'm actually writing up some stuff kind of in a similar vein to how I did when I was doing playtesting. And they even mentioned that when I shared my notes with them. They were like, have you worked in playtesting before? It sounds like you're using that kind of terminology. And I'm just like, yeah, I did for a little bit. So that was a fun little experience going on there. Not often that I really get to exercise that muscle anymore, because the games that I play are usually pretty solid, and I'm not going out of my way to try and test the boundaries and see what I can get away with. And if there's anything that's gonna break or crack under pressure. But that skill set's always just under the surface for whenever times like that come up. Usually the only thing I really see are typos. And, some pretty small grammatical things. But yeah, pretty fun experience. I've enjoyed it, and I'm definitely curious to see how the public demo is going to expand upon what they had in the one that they shared with me. And the one that they shared on the Discord, rather. Let's see, this one was her talking about the Prisma waves causing the lava, potentially. Let's see. This was the archive log. Let's see what they've got to say here. I think I need to just sit here for a minute or three to catch my breath and collect myself. I was careless, too busy marveling at the tropical foliage here, and a geyser shot me into the air, almost dropping me right into a pit of lava. sometimes worry I took on too much here. That I'm not ready to be on my own. Same GG, same. Very hashtag relatable, for sure. Sometimes life just throws curveball at you, maybe not quite as visceral as, oh, a geyser almost sent me into the lava. It's just like, am I qualified to handle this? Well, I guess it doesn't matter. I've gotta take care of it. Well, it needs to be taken care of, and I gotta be the one to do it. So let's see, this gate is still sealed too. Interesting. And here we are, back at Ember Valley? The labyrinth must wrap around most of the island. Geez, how long was I even in there? Next time I'm definitely bringing a lunch. And an extra fork. I'm guessing hand noodles might have been on the menu again. In any case, I need to rest up and head right back in there. This is starting to feel like a truly amazing scientific and historical discovery. I need to make some calls. Yep, and then this is her lamenting about she called the wrong people. She made the wrong people privy to the existence of this place. But yeah, so it looks like Gigi went into the Grey Labyrinth from the Starlight Strand initially, and then just wound up ramping around to the Ember Valley entrance that way. It is interesting to be able to have a sense of what order she went to these places before we even got here. See, there's a bunch of lava dust around here. I might as well grab it. Why not? Let's grab some resources while we're here. Checking out all these drone entries. We're not going to be going through the home return portal here. I'm not going to worry about grabbing that ore. We've got a good amount of radiant ore. This was a spot that I thought having the... Well, where'd that onion come from? It's raining onions. I'm thinking we put the spring pad here, I guess. The idea is we just get a little bit extra height. Oh, I still can't quite get up there. Dang. Here, let's move it maybe from up here instead. So maybe we get another spring pad. And what we can do is we can have it set up here so we can just bounce up. I wonder if it would be high enough bounce, actually. Let me check. Would that bounce be high enough to get me up there? If I just ran through here? Yeah, we could do that. So if we had one more spring pad, we could set up a little relay here. Because then this bounce definitely gets us enough height to be up here. Which we can then get up here. And then if we set up one more bounce pad around here, that might get us enough height to just get up to that platform outright. But we can make our way around a little bit here. Having some more maximum energy would Would not go amiss here, though. Because I think that was the only other place I had used the jump pad in the early access playthrough, was just to get up there a little bit easier. Hello? Get the ore, please. Thank you. Grab this ore since it's on the way. I want to go over here because there's a ton of oil over here. This is a good spot to pick up some oil because there's always a handful of resource nodes for it up here. So if you're looking for a consistent location to find some, I've found that to be a pretty good place to go. 2 buzzwax. Do I want? No, I do want that. I need it for something. I don't remember what off the top of my head, but I do need it for something. Was there a drone in here? Gosh, I said I was going to be doing Grey Labyrinth exploration, and I mean, we're 1 degree separated from Grey Labyrinth exploration. We're basically doing GG exploration. That's more or less what this is. And she is very important to what's going on in the Grey Labyrinth. So I suppose what this is more so providing additional context. I don't see a drone over here. I think we're probably good to head back then. Because believe it or not, I would actually like to get back to the Grey Labyrinth on this stream in some capacity. Crazy, I know. But I think we're at a point now where the ranch itself is probably just about fully set up. So I'm not having to put as much effort into building up the... trying to build up the ranch. At this point, it's more so just filling out the missing details. That was lucky slime, I think. I don't have anything to feed them, though. I'm too busy carrying resources. I got all this slime science stuff on me. Oh, look, another one. How lucky. Alright, let's put away all the slime science stuff. We can get another energy upgrade, which is nice. Very much needed. So let's go get that first. All right. Because we have 4 power chips, so we have all the power chips. We don't have to go find these. We just need whatever other resources are required for the upgrade. Nice. So now we have 200 as our maximum. We need more baddie plorts and more oil. Okay, okay. I see how it is. Don't know why it unpinned itself, but there we go. Oh yeah, we have the flutter slime, so now we can put this with them. Here you go, buddy. Toy for you. I'm thinking I'll change up the order of which I visit the expansions too. So I'm thinking what I want to do is I want to go to the cave and dig site areas first. And just work my way from right to left instead of left to right like I have been. Set that there. Boom slime goes in there. Grab a honey plort here real quick. Feed that to you. Nice, nice. Toss in a couple of fruits. We'll put the rest in the feeder. Do the same with these. Do a little bit of recycling here because we don't need this many fruits in there. And while we're over in this area, we'll put away the crystal slime. That'll be that taken care of. Here's a bunch of fruit for you, buddy. Now we'll start getting some boom plorts. It's handy. These guys don't have very much to pick up yet, so I'm gonna leave that alone for now. Bounce up here with the spring pads, very convenient. Here you go, buddy. Here's a toy for you. And we put the crystal slime in here. Honey plort for you. And now we get to feeding you. There is another tech that I don't know if the speedrun uses, because I haven't watched the entire thing, but it is listed on the tech, on the list of different techs that can be done. There you go, buddy. Apparently, if you put a slime in your backpack and then send them back out, that resets their hunger to a default value. So in theory, if you just have a slime, feed them, put them in your backpack, and then send them out, they'll be able to eat again. Interesting if true, but I have not tested it for myself, so I do not know if it is. It is something that was listed on there, though. I think the main one I was interested in was just being able to get more distance by feathering the jetpack rather than just holding it down the whole time. Being able to get a ton of extra distance with it, which is super handy. It doesn't solve every difficulty. If you want to gain some height, you still have to commit to using a good chunk of energy. But it is pretty handy knowledge to have. And I am planning to use it for that big open gap in the Grey Labyrinth when we do return there. I'll toss these in. These guys are cranking along pretty well. Do I have this fully upgraded? I feel like I do. I do, yeah. I just feel like these guys aren't getting quite as much food as they need. They're not really filling up. I might move the flutter slime somewhere else, potentially. You know what, actually? I might have to think about it. Because this might be an area that's good to have a second tree. Maybe. I don't know. Seems like it's gonna need more than just one tree since there's 4 corrals. 3 trees for 4 corrals is definitely enough. Hey. Hey, who threw a duck at me? Who throwing ducks at me? Alright, let's sell everything that's not a slumber plort. So we don't have a ton of these yet. I do want to put them in the refinery. Thought it'd make your thinking more fluid. I think the logic is acting in more of a water off a duck's back kind of fashion right now, where it's just sort of sliding off. The logic isn't really working its way into the wrinkles of the gray matter, it's just kind of sliding off of it instead. I think I'd have to sit down and actually look over the plan and just see where I would want to put them, because I'm thinking the flutter slime would be the one I would want to move somewhere else. I just don't know where I would want to move it. So I want the tangle slime to be here. I'm just thinking there's not really, thematically speaking, I don't know if there's anywhere else that's really particularly fitting for the flutter slime specifically. How many Yoki plorts do we have at this point? Maybe toward the end. Wow, we're almost halfway full. Pretty good. Let's check everything out here. What do we got in here? Who do we have in here? We are missing a rooster. That's not super great, but I can just grab one from here. And that just works out. Let's see, I do like keeping the ringtail here. It's pretty isolated from everything else, but in a way that's not terribly inaccessible. Grab all this fruit, because there's a lot of fruit here. Toss the chicken in there. Do a little bit of recycling here, not going to take every fruit. Yeah, I think the rate at which these plorts are coming out, I can probably leave. I could probably come back and only deal with some of the higher quantity producers. I don't have to check on every corral every time I come back here. So like these guys, I don't have to worry about them. Just make sure that the auto feeders are topped off and that's it. Because there's only 4 of each plort type in here. Those things can go up to 100 and it's not going to reach that anytime soon. So I think that's where I can probably be saving a little bit of effort. Get some more for that. Let's do a little bit of recycling here. There we go. I like to try and leave at least one fruit in each of them, just so that they have something. They have something that they can eat in case they do reach that hunger point before the next auto feeder cycle happens. That all looks pretty reasonable here. Let's sell these off for some more money. See, like the fire and the puddle slimes, those are definitely ones I want to check on more frequently, as well as the Yoki slimes and the ringtail slime. So like stuff over here, there's some that I want to check on more frequently. Each time I come back to the ranch, I should probably just give their corrals a look and make sure things are all good. But for each of the corrals that only has one Largo in it, it's probably not going to be an issue. Like they're not going to be full up for a long time. I don't think I need that many. Well, I don't know. I guess I'll keep the hunter Largos around for now. Just because I don't know how many of the hunter plorts I'm going to end up needing for important things later. Since for some reason they seem to be tied to a lot of the story important crafting. I'm not sure why them specifically. That's just how it is. The radiant projectors need hunter plorts. Yarn ball, you go with the tabby slimes. And I think that stacks with the the fox toy. I think that stacks with other toys. It doesn't stack with itself. So you can't have multiple fox toys providing benefits in the same corral. But I think it works with other ones. That just leaves us with the Tangle Slimes toy here. I do need Silky Sand for the market links. Oof. We can make a blue teleporter though. Absolutely, I will take another teleporter set. And a warp depot? Yes, please. And another warp depot? Yes, please. Because these warp depots, we can set up more drone feeding stations for the explorer drones. Let's see, so we have one. Let me take a look at this. We have one for the Rainbow Fields. I still need to set up a drone in these. Well, we have two warp depots, so we could set up one in the Starlight Strand and one in the Ember Valley. I think that could work. Or since it's the snowy one, we could put it with the Powderfall Bluffs. But I kind of sort of want to try and put these in some sort of order. I don't know that it really matters though. Doesn't really matter up front at least. So let's see, how close can we put these things together? Oh, real close. We have plenty of space and I don't want them to get super close to each other. Wow, you can put them like next to each other. I think I want a little bit of space, maybe like one warp depot's worth in between each of them. That way you can pull out of individual depots without them being right on top of each other. Let's see here, we'll put this one right there. Start getting something set up here. If we run out of space, we can maybe put one over here or something like that. But I think we should have enough room. So it'd be like 4 or 5. Yeah, we should have enough room. And that keeps them from... Like, if I wanted to pull some of them out, I can get close enough to not be pulling out of multiple at the same time by accident. That's my main concern with having them too close together. Ooh, we can make our own ruby grass. Nice. Ooh, I haven't looked at Pronto Mart in a while. Ooh, black cat. Oh, rubber ducky, yes. Yes, please, let's do that. Thank you very much. We're gonna go drop this off right now. Right at this very instant, we are going. Because now that one puddle slime that's just kind of hanging out on their own in the tide pool by themselves, they don't have to be out there anymore. They can all live together. So here, let's see how they react to this. So if we have 5 of them in here all together, yeah, you see they start having trouble finding isolated space. But if we introduce the rubber ducky into the mixture, give them a moment, and they start huddling around it. They're like super cool now. They just all hang out together. So now you can have 5 of them in the pond all at the same time. Very handy. I am glad I looked at Pronto Mart. Oh, looks like it's egg time. Well, that was 3 eggs, so I'm assuming the 4th egg is coming up soon. Just put all of them in here, why not? I'm not gonna stick around for 4th egg. Oh, look, Pronto Mart just updated its stock. Let's go see what's new. I wonder if they have anything fun. Let's go take a look. Oh, trash can. Ringtail slimes who love to eat trash and do crimes. You know what? Let's get it. I love the reverse psychology of the toy being like, this is a trash can that says no ringtail slimes allowed. But hey, there you go. Oh yeah, while I'm here, let's do this. We have the corral set up for the twin slime right now, so we can move them over to their proper permanent home. And then I'll need to go pick up a honey slime. Because then pretty sure I have a tangle plort that I saved so that I could convert a honey slime to the honey tangle largo. And we can have them in their permanent home. gosh, I'm so happy that they reduced the amount of stamina or energy that it takes to sprint. Very, very nice. All right, we'll just fill this up with 60 of the fruit from here. The only thing that's a little inconvenient about this particular corral setup is I would probably rotate it clockwise 90 degrees so that the auto feeder is here and the plort collector is here so that you can reach them both more easily, especially running into the area more immediately. But all in all, it's not too big a deal. Take some more of these fruits that are around. Toss them in here, try to get this auto feeder closer to full. Neat. Seems good. Okay. I do not have enough money to build another drone station, so I'm thinking we'll probably set up... kind of want to wait on the setup, actually. I do want to go to Powderfall Bluffs because there's more drones there that we have not checked out yet. With the archive key, at least. Oh. Oh, this one just doesn't have an archive entry. Oh. Interesting. I wonder if the other one will. Maybe it's because they added these areas at a later point of the early access that they didn't have. They didn't have a need to make an archived drone entry for it or something. I do want to check the other one real quick, just in case. Also, it took this long for me to finally get the achievement for flying continuously with the jetpack for 5 seconds. I just never use it that continuously. So it just took this long. I probably could have done it way, way sooner. I think the other drone is over this way. I do need more of these perfect snowflakes. I should also probably clear out the quantum cloud again. Just grab all the resources that are stored in there. Yeah, no archive entries for the Powderfall Bluffs. Interesting. I mean, I guess that makes sense, lore-wise too. Since this area only showed up after we have first arrived on Rainbow Island, it would make sense that Gigi wouldn't have been here for first time to Rainbow Island because it wouldn't have existed in a navigable capacity yet. So that makes sense. The lore still stands. So I guess that makes sense. It's good to know, though. I'm glad I checked. That is a cool attention to detail. I think the only other spots that would have drones then would be anything that I had forgotten about entirely. So we've been to every region, and there aren't research drones in the Grey Labyrinth. The GG communicator holograms, those kind of replace the drones. So yeah, I think we're finally, after half the stream, I think we are good to start going back into the Grey Labyrinth and exploring all of that new area. So before we really settle down and hunker into all of that, I think now is a good time for me to take a quick stretch break. Just stand up and walk around before we really dive deep into Grey Labyrinth exploration here. We should be able to be away from the ranch for a good long while without things getting out of hand. I've gone to great pains to make that possible. And it's not flawless. There are, like I've mentioned, there are some slime types that are just bigger producers in general. But I don't think it's gonna be too big of a problem. We're not gonna be away for so long that the things that are gonna pile up out of control. But we will be heading into the Grey Labyrinth in a few minutes. I'm just gonna take a bit of a stretch break, stand up, walk around, get some more water because my water's kind of low. And yeah. If you have anything you need to take care of, take a stretch break yourself, all that sort of business, now is an excellent time to do so. And we will start getting into the Grey Labyrinth again when I return in a little bit. Hello, hello. Let's hop into the Grey Labyrinth, shall we? I think we should be good to go. I'm not gonna worry about refueling the external drones right now. I think I'll bring some, maybe we'll do that Grey Labyrinth one real quick. Let's grab an assortment of plorts from the immediate vicinity. I want to put these toward market links. These might still be important, but we'll take all these other plorts. And which one of these is the one? It's the one from the Ember Valley entrance. That's the pink portal, not the purple one. So I'm thinking we go that one. This one's really, really good. So Ember Valley. Okay. I want that specific entrance. We want the pink teleporter first. We'll go refill that, then we'll pop back and we'll go through the green teleporter and continue exploring from there. I probably should bring some shadow plorts with me too. Oh yeah, I do need to also bring a slumber plort with me for that statue. I almost forgot. Let me pop this together. 216, that's pretty good. Actually, quickly check and see what we've got queued up in the quantum cloud here. Let's see, 83 is pretty good. 10 more strange diamonds. I have a lot more of these tin petals. A lot more of them. Good golly gracious gravy. If only there was a faster way. But if there is, I don't know it. Got a bunch of this deep brine here. Yeah, I think we're pretty good on this stuff. I almost might consider repositioning some of our currently available drones that are out in the field once that area's resources have been gathered completely. Like, once I have full deep brine and jellystone, I really don't need to be doing... I don't need to be grabbing stuff from, like, the Rainbow Field, for example. So I can maybe shuffle around drones that are not serving a specific, or that are not really quite as necessary. That plort door, where is this? I'm curious about this. This area right here. So if I go through that doorway and take a right, like what plort statue do I need to deal with to open that up? I am very curious. Just grab a plort on the way, why not? Oh, it's this weird thing. All right. There's this weird wall that I don't know how to get through yet. Right. Yeah, okay. That makes more sense. Just toss some stuff in there. That explains it. Okay, I don't remember how to get through those rainbow walls. I imagine there's something, but maybe I have to talk to Gigi in a later area of the labyrinth to get access to whatever it is. Alright, real quick, I'm just gonna go grab a Slumber plort from back here. We're gonna take that to the statue, and that should open up yet another direction for us to go from that central greenery area. I'm gonna grab, how many shadow plorts should I take with me? I think I'll take 40 of them. Because there's a pretty decent shot of me getting more of them in the Grey Labyrinth. If we find any shadow pots, that makes it a lot easier too. We can take care of this Slumber statue real quick. That's just right up here. There we go. And that opens the door that's right below it too. Very convenient. What do we got going on in here? Bunch of phosphor slimes, that's cool. What else is going on in here? Oh, a geyser. Oh, a strong one at that. Oh, it's this area, right. Hey, guess what? It's Gordo time. It's a twin Gordo, so we need fruit. Do you know where we could get some fruit? Golly, I wonder. Oh, hey. Look at that. free shadow plort. Just from being here and existing. Doorway leading to... Oh, right. Oh, right. Oh, right. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Let me do this real quick. That door that we just opened, that was where early access just straight up ended. Ooh, gold teleporter. Fancy. Hold on, let me take my screenshot. I do not need a very big screenshot for this area. It's pretty clear where it is. But that door, going down the, there's like a drop in that room, I think. Going down that drop, I think just straight up brought up a message where it's like, hey, you've done everything in the early access. Like, this is the end of early access. Anything past this point, you're gonna have to wait for the full game. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy. I'm curious to see what's in here, because I don't think this was in the early access, if I'm remembering correctly. Ooh boy. Oh, we can straight up, we have the resources to make the gold teleporter too. Awesome. That's pretty neat. Oh baby. Oh baby. Oh, I'm excited. Oh boy, let's go. Let's go see what's inside. I'm pretty sure this is where early access just straight up ended. Like, you go down here and then it was just like, this is the end of early access. I hope you enjoy. Yeah, this, I remember this. I remember, it's like, oh, it's so tantalizingly close. You can even see, I assume that's like an entrance into the Prismacore or something. But yeah, this is where early access ended, with this view. Imagine. I can hardly believe you made it this far, Beatrix. This labyrinth would swallow up a normal person, but you're different. I was right to put my faith in you. The Prismacore lies ahead. Maybe together we now stand a chance of stopping this thing and changing the future of the far, far range. I'm ready to get back to exploring. Happy exploring! Oh my god! What's going on over here? What's this? Where is that in relation to other things? What does this button do? What does it do? I have a map area opening up. Oh my goodness, it just goes straight path to the Prismacore. Oh man. Am I ready for this? I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. This connects somewhere. This connects from somewhere else. Where is that connection? Because I feel like I've been here. I want to see where it connects. I really do. See, I could drop down from above. That'd be cool and all. But I really want to see where this connection is happening. Where is that? It's like... Oh yeah, right here. So this used to be covered in fog. But now there's an actual walkable pathway through here. Oh man. Oh man. it's excitement time. Oh no. Oh no. I have no idea what to expect. What is this doing here? Why must you stand in my way? Random rainbow thing, like, open the door. There should totally be a door there. Ghostly drone! Buddy! Come here. Where you going? Where you going, pal? Come back here. Come back here, you little scamp. Where you going? Where are you going? Where is he going? Where is bro going? Where is he off to? Is he in the fog somewhere? I don't like this. Ooh, that was sketchy. That was so sketchy. I almost fell. Oh, that was so sketchy. Where is the drone? Where are you, buddy? There you are. I see, I see. That is a spot where you stop right over there, huh? Okay. Do you stop in any other spots? Oh. You just go straight through the wall, right? Yeah? I mean, I guess. We know one spot he stops is over there. I do want to get the ghostly drone while I'm thinking of it. Ooh, hello? You also stop over there. Okay, so you probably stop between the two. You're probably between those 2 points specifically. Unless... Do you stop here? Nah, you do a fake out. Okay. And then they're gonna circle back around, right? Right? Brother, where are you going? They are gonna come back to this other spot eventually. Let's go meet him there. Stops around here somewhere. I would like to have full energy. I'm just gonna chill right here. Wait for him to show up. Should be coming up sometime soon here. Keeping my peepers peeled. Where are you at, buddy? You're gonna have to come over this way eventually. I know you came over here before. He might have a few different places he stops. But it didn't take a terribly long time between when we saw him fly through and when I saw him over here. So it can't be too long. I'm thinking he might have some points further along the path that he stops at and then starts making his way back over here. That'd be my guess. But I will be patient. I'll wait for him to come to me. Because we only have to get them the one time. Once we have them the one time, that's all we have to worry about. Where are you at, buddy? Because I remember he went over through the clouds and then I assume came out through the other side of the clouds. Just to kind of disguise his travel path. They wanted to make this guy tricky to find, huh? Well, trickier to find. Golly, this guy must have a lot of stops. I have not seen him for quite a while now. I think I might see him flying around way over there on the left. He's like a little pixel. If that is him, that's wild that he goes that far away. We'll catch him somewhere along the way. Oh, right. This is that area we saw from above. The light goes through there. Yeah, this was where I was going to do the big glide over, huh? This is where I was thinking about doing a big glide from the other area, but okay. I see the vision here. Okay. I see. Oh, this is another spot where we need 3, it looks like, projectors. Well, maybe just 2. If I just put one there. Can this reach? Oh, it's so close. Oh, it's so close. It's the distance that really kills it, huh? Trying to see if I can find the... Thought I saw the ghostly drone fly him through. Yep. Ghostly drone has been spotted. I'm gonna keep an eye on where they're going. I think, yep, they're doing the loop around. Okay, this is where we saw them originally. That's the flight path that takes them back to the very beginning. Let's go try and meet them there. I don't remember, I didn't see exactly where they stopped. So I'm gonna try and get a good vantage point. Try and see where they pop up. Right here. Just gonna keep an eye on you. Where do you go? Wait, you didn't stop. This guy doesn't stop. Where do you stop, brother? You don't stop inside this tower area, do you? There's no way. Oh, dude. Okay, I'm gonna put a pin in this. We're coming back to him. He's just trolling at this point. Where would this be? Oh, interesting. Yeah, this map must be from the early access because it does not have this area. It doesn't even show up. Like, it's not mapped out. It's showing all of the stuff that you can see from that tower viewpoint. But before you've hit the switch. Interesting. So I'm just gonna put a little pin right there so that I can remember to come back to this area if in case we don't get them today. Because this guy is just a little bit of a cheeky troll. Alright, let me point this the proper way. I'll play our game, you rogue. Take these back. Now that we have the door open. Let's go check and see what's in here. Oh, whoa. What is all this? Hello? There's so much area here. Whoa. I'm loving the little terrariums. Very cool. Twin slimes just hanging out, having a good time. Oh, this area is gorgeous. And the music is so peaceful. Like, what is happening? Yeah, Pronto Mart, now is not the time. Now is not the time, buddy. Ooh, Hunter Slime hanging out? There's some Shadow Slimes hopping around. Dude, the lighting in here makes these guys look crazy. Like, they're such intense shadows. This area is so interesting. Ooh, okay, okay. I'm definitely loving the vibe here. It's a bunch of ledges with little pots hanging out on them. Look at this stuff. What is this? What kind of energy is this? Dude, this place is awesome. Hello? What's in this room? Now this hallway kinda gives me Glass Desert vibes, honestly. It feels like a similar lead up to going to the Glass Desert for the first time in the first game. Hey Gigi, you want to enlighten me on what we're walking into here? Well, of course you've been calling this area the Terrarium. Of course you have. Of course you have. Hi, Beatrix. I've been calling this area the Terrarium. What do you mean, why the Terrarium, Beatrix? Please, give me a little bit of credit. Why the Terrarium? Well, you know, a terrarium is just a container that keeps plants outside of their usual environment. The first time I came through here, that's what it looked like to me. Just a biosphere, though a really beautiful one, with unique food and slimes. And maybe that's true. It's possible that this is just a way to represent the outside world here in the labyrinth, safely behind glass. But I'm no longer so sure. So what do you think it really is? That's the thing, Beatrix. I have no way of knowing. Not really. But I'm very sure the labyrinth as a whole is a facility that was intended to contain and stabilize the Prismacore. So logically, the terrarium is here for some Prismacore related reason. And if I think about what that could be, I wonder if it's a seed bank of some kind. Like, if things went really bad in the future, if the Prismacore became too unstable and really, truly breached, this would be a way to ensure that some of the flora would survive the ensuing calamity. If so, that would mean the terrarium is basically, well, an insurance policy, so that if the worst happens, there could be a do-over. I mean, relatable. What part of that do you relate to? Well, that's... Of course I want to think that my actions in the past might help save the future. I mean, I think it's natural to want to set things up so the future can be better, even if there's no way to know for sure what helps. But if you think of it another way, to all those who exist in the future, what's happening right now is the past. We want those people of the future to look back at what we're doing and feel like it made all the difference to them. Or, better yet, we want to make it so they never had to worry in the first place. What we do here will make all the difference eventually. I have to believe that. All we can do is live in the moment. I'll head onward. Things are in a bad state, but there's a lot to see and love here. I hope you can take the time to enjoy it too. I will, after I talk to you some more. What's this area for? Preservation? Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, just making sure I knew. I'll try to stop it before it gets to that. Okay. Yeah, she's dodging the question regarding, what do you mean you can relate to fixing past mistakes? What do you mean by that? Just grab some more shadow plorts real quick, since we've got an easy opportunity to grab some. That just went straight through them. Silliness. I do love the way this area looks, though. It's very nice, very interesting. Oh, whoa, little models of the area too. Ooh, I love the little dioramas. Very cool. Oh, this is awesome. Oh, hi. He really just unironically went, huh? I was so confused by the sound of resources nearby. This again, what do you do? You mean something. Look, you react to me shooting stuff at you. What do you do? Eventually we'll figure it out. Wow, every single one of those shots missed. Honestly, I'm better off just doing this. Just tossing the resources around when they're already out in the world. Just like using the backpack to fling them around. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm loving this area though. Rotating? Can we rotate this? It almost looks like you could rotate it. Interesting. Okay. Dude, I love these. These dioramas are so cool. Wait a minute. Oh, this is the Starlight Strand, huh? I think. It looks like the Starlight Strand. It's kind of got a similar layout. Interesting. This does really look like a preservation sort of thing. Because they're like keeping track of how it looked originally. Ooh, here's a button to press over here. I think I will go do that. If I can reach it. Being able to reach the button would certainly help in my endeavor to push the button. Ooh. Is that another GG communicator? Boy, they're leaving pieces of candy for me all over the place. Ooh, okay. Raises that up. Oh, okay. So there'll be another. Oh, hey, ghostly drone. Hello. Where do you stop, little buddy? Where do you stop? Do you at least stop in a reachable location? Where are you drifting off to, buddy? Where are you going? Juking at this point. Where do you go? Where are you going? These guys just, where do they stop is gonna be the question with these. Yes. Okay, we got one. This guy wasn't a total troll like the other one. Okay. I need to mark it real quick. Since this area doesn't exist on the map that I have, I'm just gonna put an X out in the void as a rough approximation of where it is in relation to the areas that do have a map. At the very least, it'll let me keep track of the quantity, if nothing else. Okay. What kind of statue is this? Hunter statue. Oh. Well, there were hunter slimes in the previous area. Oh, hey, more shadow slimes. How's it going, buddies? Grab a couple more shadow plorts with some better placed shots. Ooh, nice. 2 for 1. I think I dropped 2 of them. That wasn't too bad. I just have to pick my shots a little more carefully. Line them up properly. Because if I just start firing shots without thinking too hard about it, I'm not gonna get much done. Okay, there were hunter slimes over here. I just need to find a hunter plort. That's all I need is just one hunter plort. And pick up a chicken to feed them just in case. Where was it at? Where was that hunter slime? There was one hanging out somewhere. Just kind of showed up. I'm feeling like this area is pretty important, so I might set up a two-way teleporter here. I'm thinking right in here might be a good teleporter spot, or maybe in the next room over where there's that sort of central hub area. Pretty good claustrophobic corner for them to just bounce on the shadow plorts. I think the shadow plorts they leave behind once they have the collision protection off, I think they actually work as something they can run into. That's super handy. We already almost got a full inventory slot. I want to try something. Okay, so you guys are gonna drop some unstable plorts. Let me grab a couple of them, a few of them. Just grab something. Do these unstable plorts mean anything to these? No? Okay. Let me turn them into Prismaplorts. Do these mean anything to these walls? Doing a little bit of testing. No, that doesn't do anything to them either. Okay. Guess I might as well keep these for now. Nothing else I really need in its place. I'm not gonna worry about getting more of them either. let's explore vertically here. I'm curious to see what's up here. Yeah, there's so much new stuff to check out in here now. Oh man. It's just hitting me again that this is all new stuff we couldn't do in early access. This didn't even exist. So there's another switch here. Okay. That would also line up there. Understood. Interesting. I wonder how this works. Let's go check with Gigi real quick. Maybe she's got some enlightening information about this area. Whoa! Whoa! Hyper Slime! Hello, buddy! You're the slime I've been waiting for, huh? Hold on tight, this slime's got places to be. This is it. This is that final slime type that we did not have. Oh, interesting. Okay, okay. Corralling these slimes is a gnarly challenge. They must constantly discharge small amounts of energy in order to maintain equilibrium, and each burst sends them ricocheting off corral walls, dashing into trouble, and leaping off of cliffs in search of adventure. Okay. And there's a new food. It looks like Turbo Tater. Cool. So these guys are speedy. They get bursts of speed to move around. Oh, whoa, look at them go. Oh, the laugh that they make is so cool too. They got a unique little laugh. That's awesome. Dude, this game rules. Monami Park is great. They did such a good job. I love this game. Oh, just that little extra bit of detail where he has his own unique little laugh. He zooms off like that. That's awesome.
Hi, Beatrix. A fascinating area, right?
It's almost like some kind of museum.
That might be what glass cases say to us, but I believe they're here for another purpose. Actually, I'm convinced that they have something to do with the manipulation of time. I've observed the ones with plants for a while, and I've noticed that time's moving faster inside these cases than outside of them. I think that it must be some way of analyzing the Prismacore's effects on the natural world. Perhaps they're a way to help predict what would happen in the event of a breach.
Is it happening with the tiny buildings too?
It might be, but I'm not sure. Maybe it is, or maybe it's manipulating space instead. Or even a third thing that's so alien to us that we'll never have the context to figure it out.
Gigi, you're missing some punctuation at the end of your sentence there, Gigi. Gigi. Hold on. Just gonna take a quick screenshot of that. Oh. Oh. Let me try and take a different screenshot. How about... I would have to move the bongo cat because it is showing up in the screenshot. It's fine. It's fine. I don't think it'll be a problem. I can just crop it out. I'll crop it out in post or something. I don't know. I just want the screenshot of the text. Let me type in, this is missing period. Gigi, I would have expected better from you. This is so ridiculous. Why is there no period there? We'll never have the context to figure out why she misplaced her punctuation. Oh well.
There are so many mysteries on Rainbow Island, Beatrix, and I don't think we'll solve even half of them in our lifetimes. Sometimes all you can do is look through the glass and wonder about what's happening on the other side.
Do you feel that way often?
I've felt that way for a long time, honestly. You know, my whole life was planned out. I'd grow up and then take over the ranch, just like my mom took over from Grandma. One day I'd pass the ranch down to a child of my own. It was all meant with such love, a beautiful home, our family legacy. To me, it was such a small world, like being in one of these domes here, pressing my hands against the glass, and imagining the life I'd be living if I hadn't been born on a ranch. I came here to Rainbow Island to try to live that other life. But I'm trapped again now, this time for real. Isn't it ironic? I'm behind glass, shut away like everything else in here. I'll head out to help free you as soon as I can. I know we have to hurry, but take some time to enjoy what's in front of you, too.
Good talk, Gigi. We'll get things sorted out in here, one way or another. I am curious how we get this up here. We can't rotate this still. There's definitely some sort of shenanigans going on here. Let me check down at ground level. Yeah, that's the hunter door. I can't do anything with that yet. I'm wondering if maybe... I can't place radiant projectors on this platform, so I can't do anything else with this light. The game just straight up will not let me. So I've got to find something else to do somewhere else. Oh, I can almost get up there. Let me get my energy back real quick. I want to see if there's anything up here. No funny little secrets hidden behind the shrubbery. Darn. Well, it is an interesting view at least. We're just gonna ignore that. Yeah, it looks like we can't do anything else in here right now. At least as far as I can tell, because it's not letting me put down a radiant projector anywhere. So there's no way for me to manipulate this particular beam of light. Oh, wait a minute. This hasn't been going away. Do you think maybe I could do something with one of these Prismaplorts? Would this do something? I wonder. Oh. Weird. I guess it was just hanging out. Never mind. Wasn't sure if there was anything more specific to that. Does not seem like it though. But this does look like one of the radiant light receivers, I think. So I'm not sure what to do about that. We'll have to come back here, I think, at a later point. Whatever we're meant to do here, I don't think we can do it now. I need a hunter plort to be able to get through that door, so I can't see what lies beyond.
swear there was a hunter slime in this other room somewhere. I remember seeing something. There's a baddie slime. I remember seeing a hunter slime in here briefly when we were running through. I don't remember where it was though. And I don't know if it's really location specific or if it's just pulling. Whoa, hey buddy. Do the thing. Do the thing. Go for it. I want to see you fly off into outer space. Oh, that's not outer space. That's into the pit. But he's sure falling with style. Gotta give him points for that. Hey, look, another one. Hunter slimes. It was around one of these geysers, yeah, like this one, I think. I'm getting baddie slimes now. I wonder if it's because of the time of day. I wonder if that matters. I wouldn't put it past them. It could totally be something that matters. I'd have to go to a different area to find a hunter plort, though, I think. This area does feel pretty important, but I don't know if it's set down a teleporter, set down a two-way teleporter important yet. I think I'm gonna hold off for now. Let's keep pushing ahead, and we'll come back to this area later. We still have the whole side area. We still have like all of this area that we haven't properly explored yet either. And now we've just got this whole new path leading up to the Prismacore. I'm assuming there's probably going to be a reason we can't get into the Prismacore straight away. So I am interested in going this way, just to see what's going on. Whoa. Oh, the water floating up into the sky. Whoa, the weird, wacky pathway. Grab a couple more shadow plorts. Where did the Indigonium go? Did I pick it up? No, it's fine. If I'm missing a one, that's not a big deal. I've got all these broken staircases and stuff leading off to different side platforms. This place looks so cool. Like, look at all this stuff just floating around. And the sound that's making too, it's got like the reverse audio. Oh, that's so cool. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is insane. This definitely feels like the end of the game. Whoa, it's mashing up all the different biomes. We've got like the snow powder, the Powderfall Bluffs. I can't even think properly right now, apparently. This is crazy, dude. This is crazy. Oh, what is going on up here? Whoa, that looks like I could just go straight in. That does kind of look like I could go straight in. Do I want to go straight in? Absolutely. Should I go straight in? I don't know. I don't know if I should go.
I'm too curious. I think we're already here. Oh. I just got massive interloper vibes off of this. What is this? Hello?
Here it is, Beatrix. The Prismacore. I was breathless when I first saw it, seeing the way light twisted and moved within it, the way it seemed to change with every moment. It was like staring into the infinite. If only I knew then what would become of it, of me, of everything. I'm sorry to have brought you here, to have pulled you into all this, but it was the only way.
But where are you, Gigi?
I'm afraid I still can't greet you in person. I would have loved to thank you properly, but I've locked myself away in the facility on the other side of this room. I'll try to explain everything. After all you've been through to get here, I at least owe you that much. So, let's start over. My name is Gigi Twilgers West.
No shot. No shot. I'm gonna cry. I'm straight up gonna cry. That is such a cool reveal. Oh my god. Three simple little words changing so much. Wow. I'm the granddaughter of Hobson and Thora. How is that possible?
You might not believe this, but the short answer is that I'm from the future. In my time, I discovered Rainbow Island and the Prismacore, and things went badly. It was rapidly destabilizing, and when I tried to fix it, I only made it worse. I called the wrong people to help, and they tried to exploit its unnatural power. Everything quickly fell apart after that. There was an explosion. Prismatic light tore across Rainbow Island and into the atmosphere of the far, far range. I shielded myself from the blast, but my arm... something happened. The energy from the Prismacore imprinted itself on me. I can feel it coursing in my arm despite my efforts to contain it. It's why I've sealed myself away and needed your help. When I get near the Prismacore, it causes the destabilization to accelerate, like it's reacting to its own energy signature.
But if you're here, what about back home?
My world, the far, far range in my time, it's on the brink of disaster. The Prismacore's energy has blanketed the atmosphere and has begun to warp the environment as it has here, changing trees to metal, water to glass, and even phasing the natural world out of reality. In time, there will be nothing left to sustain the ecosystem. Faced with that, knowing that I had a hand in causing it all, I had to do something. So how did you travel here? Remember during your previous journey in the Glass Desert, where my grandfather led you to a portal beyond space and time? When you got there, it seemed like it was ruined. Well, that's because I had already used it. I was able to direct the one in my world to this point in our timeline. there was just one problem. It crumbled from the shock of activating when I arrived. I didn't realize it would be a one-way trip. God, that's so cool. Dude, adding so much context to everything. Oh. This is a really cool way to tie things between the two games together. Oh, this is so... I love this so much. I am enraptured right now. So you're stuck here? Yes. Perhaps there's a way of repairing the portal, but like so many things here, it's beyond my understanding. So I have to accept that I will never return home. Never see my family again. But it will be worth it if we can somehow stabilize the Prismacore. If we can do that, then not only do we save everything here and now, but it will fix my mistakes in the future. I'll have to believe that. So how do we stabilize the Prismacore? In my research here, I have discovered that whoever built the Grey Labyrinth created devices called harmonizers designed to stabilize the Prismacore. Only they just didn't work. There's evidence that it was attempted multiple times, each time having the opposite effect and making the situation worse. But if they didn't work before, how will it work this time? I'll have to explain later, but I think I have something that maybe they didn't. Something that might allow it to work this time. There's only one problem. The harmonizers are lost. There's no record of where they're located. Heck, there's no record of what they even look like. I am completely in the dark here and don't know what to do. You know, your grandfather once gave me some great advice. Oh? What did he say? Never give up? To keep pushing through when all the odds are stacked against you? My mom always said Grandpa had a way with words. He said, keep your peepers peeled. I cannot believe I unironically said that without even remembering that that was something they actually said in this game. God, I'm actually just straight up tearing up now. Huh? What do you mean? The only way to find something hidden is to look for it. But where do we even start? I've seen some funny looking walls here. Seems like a good place to start. Beatrix, that's it. I kept thinking I'd find a door or something I couldn't enter. But what if they're hidden in plain sight? I think I could make some new tech that you could use to test this theory. Head on over to the exchange station on the balcony above and I'll get you set up. On my way. Ooh, what is this? This feels like a logical evolution of Victor's slime science stuff that he did in one of the updates for the first game. Oh, what is going on here? Hello again. I've linked this exchange station to my facility here, so we can exchange things that you find for things I can make. And like I was saying, I think I can invent something that can uncover hidden areas in the labyrinth. And maybe the harmonizers. I really hope so. My guess is that anything unstable or out of place here is a result of the prisma waves blanketing the labyrinth and transmuting things. If I could invent something to nullify them in just a localized area, it might be enough for you to uncover where the harmonizers are hidden. How can you build something like that? Well, for starters, I'll need prisma plorts to make the blueprint. I've got plenty of those. I'll need to run all kinds of prisma tests to figure out the parameters we're working with. As for actually building it, those strange shadow slimes might be the answer.
We do have plenty of those plorts too.
Their plorts have a natural dampening effect on prisma waves. Maybe they evolved to do that somehow. They can flatten the wavelengths in order to... Sorry, I'm getting caught up in things here. Just keep an eye out for shadow plorts, as they might be useful later. In the meantime, bring me your prisma plorts, and then I can get to work on the nullifier device. Got it. And by the way, I can also exchange prisma plorts for coins you can spend at a kind of underground market. Something I discovered while looking for some of the special tech I needed to build my facility. But never mind that. The important part right now is working on that nullifying device, so go get those plorts. I'll get what you need. We're getting closer, Beatrix. Let's see this thing through.
Oh, I love that sprite work. Very cute.
Oh, ooh, 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 the excitement is building.
So each of these terminals, I assume, is something else that we'll need the prisma plorts for, huh?
I rigged up this hydro shower for emergencies, but there's no water running to this place. Just a lot of pipes. If we can somehow get water running, it will definitely prove useful. Trust me. I'll explain more later.
So what do I put water in here? Maybe puddle plorts. I wonder.
So she's locked up behind there, I assume? Because you said the opposite side of this room. We came in through there, so...
In theory, she's back here somewhere?
Maybe? The place is super cool, though.
This might actually be the place to set up a teleporter. Oh, gadgets are not working. Okay, we'll set one up outside then. Okay, I see you. I see you. Okay, I'll play by your rules. For now.
Oh, the hydro shaft. Ah, okay. I see. Interesting. Okay, I do have 5 prisma plorts I could put in now. We'll start with that. I know I've got a bunch of prisma plorts back at home base. Hey, wait. Ghostly drone, where'd you go, buddy? I saw him for the briefest of moments. I don't know where they went, though. They, like, went into the ground here. Wonder where they went. Yeah, this will definitely be a place I want to set up a teleporter here. Which side? Alright, let's get this place down. Blue teleporter, we'll want it set up right here. And then we can set up the other one back at home base in its own designated location so that I know it's the specifically super important one, and how perfect that it's the blue one that I'm using too. Just because I like blue, no other specific reason. Hey buddy, nice, we got him. This was one of his stops on his journey. Cool, I will mark that for sure. I can get rid of this marker. And I can put down the other one.
there's enough context on this map for me to be able to place it. So cool. Neato. Oh, I'm so happy to see this. This is such a cool area. This area is just so sick. It's awesome. It looks so cool. Oh man, I'm so excited. And we've still got, oh yeah, these walls, of course. I knew there was something up with those. Ooh. I haven't been keeping track of where all of them are, but it's gonna give me a reason to explore everything again, so I'm totally okay with that. Ooh, I'm excited. Ooh, I'm excited. Oh, it's gonna be so fun. It's gonna be so cool. But I gotta go back to home base and get some Prismaplorts. We can grab a Hunter Plort while we're here too. Or where do I want to set up the blue portal? It's a very important portal. Maybe I set it up down here. It's kind of its own designated zone in a way. So like all of these are for general Grey Labyrinth exploration. If I want to do the big deal stuff, I go down to the portal that's in its own little corner here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it here. Heck yeah, dude. Heck yeah, dude. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay, let's get rid of this chicken. I don't need it. Chicken, go live your best life out in the field. I'm gonna put these shadow plorts away because we don't need this many right now. I'll keep the 14 extra ones on me. Let's put the Indigonium in here. Actually, you know what? Let me get this in my first slot so that it's not sitting in the middle of my inventory. Okay. Let's grab the Hunter Plorts. Grab these Honey Plorts. Okay, we're gonna store the Hunter Plorts except for one. We're gonna keep one of them. I'm going to sell the Honey Plorts. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna store them in the depots here. I'm gonna start putting them in here. Start banking some of them. Okay. Next, I want to actually take one of these. Let's go set up the Hyper Slime. Because this is what I was saving this spot for. I wanted the Hyper Slimes in here. So let's grab you guys. Actually, you know what? One at a time. One at a time. I'm not looking to cause any issues here. Oh yeah, these guys aren't gonna last in the sunlight anyway. So I don't even really have to worry about them too much. 'Cause they're not gonna make it anyway. But I'm gonna just juggle them out of here. I think the other one's already gone. I guess we'll just see what happens. I'm just taking a quick look around in case I've made a horrible mistake. I don't see them around though. Yeah, I think they're gone. Okay. Let's go put this Hyper Slime in the enclosure instead. And we'll start getting some hyperplorts for something. Alright, get you in there, and then... You're gonna eat that honey plort. Awesome. I'm gonna get these plorts out of the way because we don't have those types of slimes in there anymore. And I will bank my first hyperplort in the refinery. Beautiful. So other than shadow plorts, we have every plort type in the refinery. And you know what? Now we officially do. Every single plort type aside from the gold plort. Because I don't think there's anything we can really do with that yet. Okay, I don't want to stick around here for too long because I want to see what's behind that hunter plort statue door in the terrarium. Okay, what would be the fastest way to the terrarium? Which portal is closer, do you think? Oh yeah, we could bring fruit for the Gordo too. Let me do that. Sorry, buddy, I'm gonna take some of these. I don't know how many fruits we're gonna need, so I'm just going to take a bunch of them. Let's say 50. Can't imagine that we'll need more than that. And then we will take the violet teleporter to the center. I don't know what the Gordo would possibly be protecting, if anything. I'm trying to think of what would be in that spot. So that's just right over here. I'm trying to think, maybe it's a plort stabilizer. Unless there's already one in here that I forgot about. There is one. I don't know what you're guarding. What teleporter? Where does this teleporter even go? Because it looks like a teleportation platform. No! My fruit! It's getting blocked. Get out of my way, please. Please? That's 20. 30. That's 40. It was exactly 50. How did I do that? How did I know? I just guessed the perfect number. Obviously, if I was feeding them their favored food, it would have taken half as many. But that's wild that I guessed correctly to the exact number. Where does this go? I think I'm gonna have to find out. Where does this take me? I'm curious. Oh, okay. Yeah, for the longest time I didn't... Oh, okay. I do remember being like, where does this go? That's where it goes. Okay, okay. That's pretty nifty. So it's basically now just like an area teleporter like the ones to the Starlight Strand or Ember Valley. It's just tucked in between them. That's really funny. Hey, you know what? I'll take more interconnectivity, even if I don't end up capitalizing on it in any meaningful way. That's still useful. And since we're already up here, might as well just take the plunge. And then head over toward the terrarium. Ooh, hold on. Hold on, I'm curious. Is there anything in here? No, it's blocked off. No secrets in the route for me. No, it's just there for decoration. Don't think too hard about it. Let's go get this. Let's go get this plort statue handled here. I would like the geyser, please. Thank you. Ooh, is that a gold pot down there? I think it is. It is indeed. Oh, I'd like to grab it. Thank you. What's inside? Tin petals and black indigonium. Okay. Gives me some more stuff to throw at the shadow slimes if I come across any. Like right there. Grab some more shadow plorts. Just a little bit of extra supplement here. Yeah, I've been seeing a couple of these walls around just even in this stream alone. There's one next to that floor door that we can't get to the other side of at the Ember Valley Grey Labyrinth entrance. Very interesting. Alright, Hunter Plort. Let's see what's behind the door. What is over here? Oh my god, this place is awesome. Look at this. Ooh, this is so cool. This is awesome. I can get on top of here too. So we've got another place to get Moondew Nectar, I suppose. It's pretty cool. Ooh, month of wings on the Flutter Rock Largo. It's a super nice color. Okay, so the regular pathway caved in. There's another one of these. Is that a suspicious wall? That is a suspicious wall. We have another suspicious wall over there. Interesting. Ooh. A lot of shadow slimes in here. Just kind of let them bounce off of their own plorts over here for a little bit. I mean, look at them. They're just bouncing off of their own stuff. Look at that. It works super well. It just works. Look at all those shadow plorts I have now. Ooh, these guys are good at dodging though. Gotta give them credit. Okay, I'm definitely missing some materials here from them bouncing around. But that's fine, I got a bunch of shadow plorts, so I'm happy with that. Because we need a bunch of them to get in here, I guess. This door is so important, Gigi's next to it. Oh no, there's gold here. So even the terrarium is starting to be affected. Well, at least it's probably still a useful shortcut. The gold's a problem, right?
Anywhere close to the Prismacore can be affected by its reality-altering properties. Materials changing from one to another, switching from solid to liquid or gas, flickering entirely out of existence. Outside the labyrinth, it's seemingly harmless changes, but here, it's more dangerous. Imagine if the section of the floor you're standing on vanished under you, or if the only door out became a wall of solid rock.
Yeah, not great.
And the gold, that seems to be the most potent of the transmutations, and it's probably the fate of this world if left unchecked. It all feels like King Midas from my storybooks.
King Midas? Yeah, like Beatrix doesn't know.
It's an old myth about a king named Midas who wished to have all he touched turn to gold. He became rich beyond measure, but soon discovered that he could no longer eat or drink, and withered away. When I first discovered the Prismacore, I was horrified at seeing the whole ecosystem turning to gold. I called for help, but those that arrived saw only the value of that gold. It ended in disaster when they tried to harness its full power. I won't let that happen again. We can't.
So I should hurry and make use of that shortcut?
Right. I remember there being one there, though my memory isn't that reliable these days. And shortcuts are funny things. Space and time are both full of shortcuts when you think about it. I mean, I used my memories of the area and quantum tech to set up these projectors. That's a kind of time-based shortcut. Physical shortcuts are maybe more recognizable. Knowing there are quick ways back to places you've been before, it can make all the difference, right? It can completely change what you'd otherwise do. I know it has for me. Though I suppose we often find ourselves in the same place in the end, one way or another. Time to head on. Talk to you soon, Beatrix.
I wonder how many shadow plorts it's going to take to open this up. Oh, not very many. Not nearly as many as I was afraid it was going to be. Where is this a shortcut to?
What does this do?
It's going down somewhere. Where are we right now?
Whoa, wait a minute. We're like way back toward the beginning of the Ember Valley entrance. Whoa. Hello?
Are we behind the area I couldn't...
Wait a minute, that's what the plort door is. That's what the plort door is. I think we're gonna be on the other side of it here. Huh, okay. Well, let's take a look around here then.
Whoa! Whoa, boom slimes.
Yep, there's the boom slime thing there, okay.
And the question is feeding them, right? There's no food sources in here by the looks of it.
Yes, did that door count as... I guess the door would maybe count... Did that door count as one of the shadow plort things? I guess maybe it did. Let me go back real quick and just... take a picture of this spot. I think we can triangulate here, right? Yeah, we should be able to triangulate this fine. Just take a quick little screenshot here with enough context that I can actually use the screenshot to any extent. It's number 13 there, and we're about to hit number 14. Once we get this shortcut opened up, that might
might be where I call it for today. As much as I want to keep exploring, it is about that time. Let's open this up. We take a screenshot of this area. This one's a much easier screenshot. Cool, cool. What do we get from this one? Ooh, prismatic flower lamp. Oh, like there was out on the access area leading to the Prismacore. Okay. Well, these guys are meat eaters, so I need to go find a chicken somewhere. I wonder if there's any still alive back here that haven't been devoured already. I remember seeing some over here. There's one. That will do just fine. So then we can open up this door, and that should just be right immediately back to that should be right where we have our drone set up. Well, not our drone, our teleporter. Should be right on the other side here. Yep. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. So I think that will be about all I can do for today. I'll double check what we're thinking real quick before I commit to that. Let me put these away. Cool, okay. Let's put away these shadow plorts. I'll need to do a quick maintenance round next time. Oh man, I want to keep playing so badly because there's so much stuff to do now. Got so much happening. Oh, it's so cool. Oh, I just want to keep playing, but I gotta pace myself here, unfortunately. Oh man, I am very happy that we got to see the inside area where Prismacore containment is happening. Oh boy, we are in it now. And there's still so much area to explore. I didn't even explore the part of the Grey Labyrinth I was planning to explore because we found the end game instead. Oh man, I am excited. Dude, it's so cool how they tied together things from the first game and giving them actual meaningful relevance and not just fun little nudge nudge wink wink kind of references. Like, oh, remember how this thing was back in the first game? Like, oh, you remember that, right? Now, like those connections are important. Oh, I'm so interested to see how this plays out. Man, I wish I could keep playing more now. But hey, that just gives us more to look forward to next week, right? Because like the way I structure these, I wouldn't want to do story important stuff on a bonus stream day or anything like that. So even if I were to, like, even if I wanted to, I feel like that I want people to be able to join in on the experience as it's happening in a way that's consistent, if that makes sense. I wouldn't want to be catching people off guard like, oh, by the way, bonus stream, I'm doing story important stuff on this one. That sort of thing. I prefer to keep these types of streams on their regular schedule. So we will be getting into more Grey Labyrinth Oh, we've got some business to take care of next time. I don't think I need a to-do list anymore because it is all locked in my brain right now. It is right there. I'm gonna be thinking about it all week. Oh boy. Oh, I'm so excited. Oh, I can hardly wait. Next week we'll do more. I'm just gonna have to let it simmer for a whole week. Just let all this sort of percolate in the background. And then next Saturday, we'll be getting into some real juicy stuff because we've already gotten a taste of it here. And I am very, very keen to see where they take things from this point. Oh man, the new areas look so cool. I love the terrarium. Such a cool looking area. And gosh, just the whole leading up to the Prismacore area looks super sick too. Like, that's awesome. I guess, yeah, that makes sense of another reason why I wouldn't want to watch the whole speedrun the whole way through. That's the other reason I forgot to mention it. Of course it's gonna have spoilers if I'm watching one from full release, not one of the early access runs. So yeah, I probably won't look very far into the run. I just wanted to kind of see how much they had figured out, like how the general vibe of it. It seems like they've got a plan when they're doing their run, so I might hold off on thinking about that too much. For sure, I want to wait until I've at least played through the full game myself, because otherwise, what am I even doing? But I don't know if I'll speedrun this game. I don't know if I will or not. It is a game that I like well enough that I might consider doing that, but certainly no promises. Yeah, I am gonna stop here because if I don't stop myself, I'm just gonna keep going and keep going and keep going, and I do need to figure out dinner plans. It is around that time, so we've got some exciting stuff to look forward to for next week though, huh? I know I'm gonna be absolutely vibrating with anticipation for the whole week. I'm gonna have my brain bouncing around like the hyper slimes, that's for sure. Oh, I'm real excited. Oh, this is gonna be so much fun. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. We gotta wait a week. So thank you all for being here and hanging out. This has been a lot of fun. And the end game is in sight. I think at this point, I'm just very keen to see where this end game kind of goes. And once we've done that, we will probably, unless we're kind of required to do some more out of the way exploration to find the harmonizers. At this point, I'm very, very interested in mainlining the story. And then once that's done, maybe we go through and do some cleanup exploration. But I'm definitely going to be heavily focused on the story from this point until probably when we're done with the story. But that likely won't be the end of my playthrough, because I'll still be looking for other stuff like the couple of treasure pods in the Powerful Bluffs, whatever other shadow plort collectors there are in the Grey Labyrinth, any other fun little secrets or bonuses. Might even do some achievement stuff on stream, because there's some things that the achievements are easy enough to get. I just have to kind of go out of my way to do what is necessary to get them. But yeah, next week we will definitely be continuing with the story, because GG needs our help, and I have to know more. So thank you all for being here and hanging out. And just know that somebody cares about you because I care about you. And until the next stream, take care, everyone.